e nā mana, e nā reo, e nā rau rangatirama. E nā iwi o te Tairāwhiti, mai Pōtikirua ki Paratu. Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko ranganui e tū nei, ko papatuanuku e takato nei. Tēnā koroa. Te whare e tū nei, te papa kei waho rā, tēnā koroa. Ko te hunga mate, haere atu rā koutou, moi mai rā. Tātou te hunga ora, kua mahui mai nei, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Hey, welcome everyone to the Bronwyn K Agency Sporting Excellence Awards for 2021. Thank you for joining us on this very special occasion, the first ever virtual sporting awards to be held here in Te Tairāwhiti. And what a show we have in store for you tonight. Before I go any further though, I will officially open proceedings with a karakia. Kua tau te manu taupua ki tōna pai. He manu rere tahi, he manu rere teitei, he manu rere tika, he manu rere rata. Ka topa te manu ki te rangi, kia manawa tīna, tīna, haumi e, hui e, tā ki e. Hey, wonderful to have you all here with us, whether you are joining us online or part of our wonderful studio audience. My name is Stefan Pashef, I'm the Chief Executive with Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti, and it is my privilege to be your host for tonight. And look, I was honoured when I was asked by the organising committee to be the MC for tonight, and I'm still honoured, even though I've just found out I was actually the 5th choice MC. Apparently scraping the barrel, but hey, we'll see how we go. So what can you expect to see over tonight's show? Well, tonight we will celebrate the incredible achievements of so many of our sporting athletes, teams and officials. We will also acknowledge those community champions who are often busy behind the scenes, ensuring we can all take part in the sports and activities that we love. In total, we'll be showcasing over 30 finalists who have produced amazing results between the 1st of July 2019 through to the 30th of June 2021. So we're calling these the Bronwyn K Agency Sporting Excellence Awards for 2021, even though tonight's ceremony is of course taking place right now in 2022. And this reflects the significant delays we have faced due to COVID, but it is great that we can finally recognise the accomplishments of our athletes. And we know in Te Tairāwhiti we have a rich history of producing sporting talent, and tonight is the opportunity to showcase and celebrate that talent. After we announce the winners, you'll get a chance to hear from them directly as they join us in our online studio, or they might share some words with us via an online link. And of course, we can't forget our sponsors. Without their generosity and support, tonight wouldn't be able to happen. And it needs to be noted that our sponsors have stuck with us even given the disruptions caused by COVID. That is a testament to their willingness to give back to the community, and for that, we are truly grateful. You will hear more from our sponsors throughout the evening, but I would like to introduce and congratulate this year's sponsors for their valued contribution to the awards program. We'll start by giving a huge thank you to Bronwyn K Agency, who is once again our lead sponsor. Bronwyn K Agency is Gisborne's largest independent real estate agency, and they are known for achieving exceptional results. So if you're buying or selling a house or commercial property, looking for a rental or needing a property manager, make sure you talk to one of the fabulous team at Bronwyn K Agency today. And let's get to know the team at Bronwyn K Agency a little bit better by watching a brief video.
Welcome to Bronwyn K Agency,
where you'll get exceptional service the moment you step through our doors.
At Bronwyn K Agency, we go the extra mile for you.
We like to grow great relationships with all our clients.
You can feel safe with us, knowing we have your best intentions at heart.
Delivering excellent results, so come join me on the ride.
We've got it all covered at Bronwyn K, whether it's residential or rural, and we won't horse around.
Looking forward to setting sail Bronwyn K Agency.
Here at Bronwyn K Agency, attention to detail and great communication is key.
When selling your home, we offer the best marketing packages in town.
At Bronwyn K Agency, we drive for success.
As Gisborne's largest family-owned and operated independent real estate agency, we love to navigate you through the buying and selling process.
At Bronwyn K Agency, we are in your community. Call us today so we can help you with any of your real estate needs. We're your kind of people.
Fantastic stuff there from the team at Bronwyn K Agency. And not only is Bronwyn K Agency our lead sponsor for tonight, but they are also sponsoring one of our elite awards, along with the Gisborne District Council and the New Zealand Community Trust. So I'd also like to give a big thank you to the Council and the New Zealand Community Trust for their generous support of tonight's awards ceremony. We then move to our trophy sponsors. Let's take a moment to appreciate their fantastic support. And our trophy sponsors include the Gisborne Herald, EIT Tairāwhiti, Graham and Dobson Chartered Accountants, Enterprise Motor Group, Coates Associates and BDO. And now let's take a moment to appreciate our special awards sponsors. Our special awards sponsors include Pack and Save, Tūranga Health, River Oak Muse Limited, Martin's Event and Party Hire and Craig's Investment Partners. And finally, let's take a moment to appreciate our code sponsors. Once again, a big thank you to all of tonight's sponsors who have made this event possible. Now, given the importance of tonight's occasion, we want to take an opportunity to introduce the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends for 2022. The Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program has been running for 15 years, and in that time it has supported a generation of talented young athletes from Te Tairāwhiti. Each year, around 10 athletes are selected for the program. Each athlete receives a $1,000 scholarship and lots of exclusive mentoring and development opportunities to enhance their skill sets. We've had over 100 athletes go through the program over the years, and previous Tairāwhiti Rising Legends participants include household names such as Charlie Ngātai, Daryl Fitzgerald, Laura Quilter and Taylor Reid, to name but a few. So it gives me great pleasure to announce the following members of the 2022 Tairāwhiti Rising Legends squad. Angus Blair for swimming. Carlos Hihi for rugby. Puna Hihi for rugby. Geordie Sawyer for surfing. Oscar Smith for surf lifesaving. Jimmy Summerton for football. Nathan Trowell for indoor bowls. Jack Willett for mountain biking. Freya Wilson for netball. And no relation, Seb Wilson for basketball. Well done to all of the selected members. Now, we are fortunate to have a couple of the members of the squad here in the studio tonight. Let's take a moment to get to know a few of them a bit better. I'd like to start by welcoming Nathan Trowell to the stage. Tēnā koe Nathan, and congratulations on making the 2022 Tairāwhiti Rising Legends squad. Now, you're down for indoor bowls, and I must admit, when I think of bowls, I always think of outdoors and perhaps a bit of an older demographic playing it. So, what got you into indoor bowls?
When I was quite young in Taupo, my dad just took me along like one holiday, so ever since I've been hooked really.
Oh, fantastic stuff. And with indoor bowls, is it any different to outdoor bowls?
Sort of like conditions really, like about the wind. Like outdoor bowls is more about the wind and yeah.
Oh, awesome. And with your indoor bowls, have you been able to take part in many tournaments over the last couple of years?
Yeah, so like the North Island secondary schools and stuff still been going on, and yeah, the New Zealand secondary schools was obviously canned due to COVID, which was a bit of a bummer, but yeah.
Oh, well, it's a shame to hear that, but let's hope there's more opportunities coming up in this next year. And you've been on the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program last year, because it is a 2-year program. So were there any particular highlights from the first year of the program for you?
Yeah, I enjoyed like every single workshop that I attended, but probably the most valuable workshops, probably the mental skills with Wanda Douglas, which I really enjoyed.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, look, thank you very much, Nathan. Once again, congratulations on being on the squad. wish you all the best for 2022, and I'll just give you now your official induction certificate. Well done. I would now like to welcome to the stage Tairāwhiti Rising Legend number 98, Carlos Hihi. Kia ora, Carlos. Once again, also congratulations on being in the squad.
Thank you.
Now, I see in the list there's also Puna Hihi. I'm assuming might be a relation there somehow?
Yeah, my younger brother.
Yeah. Younger brother. Now, I have to ask the important question then. Who's actually the better rugby player?
Definitely him.
Definitely him?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So what position do you play?
I play first 5.
First
10.
5? And Puna plays?
12, second 5.
Second 5. And who are you playing for at the moment?
The Gisborne Boys High School, first 15.
Oh, awesome stuff. And how have you gone over the last couple of years?
Last year, we had a pretty, I wouldn't say great season last year, but the year before I was in Rotorua.
Yeah.
I played rugby over in Rotorua on a boarding scholarship over there.
Ah.
So, yeah.
How did you find that experience?
Yeah, that experience is really different. Like the atmosphere I'm in compared to coming from Gisborne, going to there, just focuses a whole lot on rugby.
Yeah.
Most of your schooling is rugby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look, we're glad to have you home. What are your aspirations for rugby? Where do you want to get to with your rugby?
I want to give myself a career path through rugby, so I am able to play the game I love and use it as a career pathway, and hopefully play Super Rugby, hopefully play for the All Blacks. Those are big goals, yeah.
Those are really good goals, and look, I'm sure with the hard work you've already shown, you've got a great chance of success with that. So, well done, Carlos. Now, this is your first year in the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program, so you probably don't know quite what to expect, but is there anything you're hoping to get out of this first year?
I'm just willing to be a sponge and soak in everything that comes my way, and just use what I learn and to put it into my pathway. So the nutrition, we've done a nutrition thing, was it 2 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm.
We've done a nutrition program with Alana and I forgot the other lady's name, but it just, gives you an insight of what you should be eating and your performance. Your performance kind of revolves around your eating, your nutrition.
Oh, well, great stuff, and really pleased to hear you got a lot of benefit from that first workshop. I'll let you go, Carlos, but before I do, is there anyone you want to thank, any supporters out there?
Just my parents, yeah.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much, Carlos. I'll give you your induction certificate. Congratulations. Kia ora, Carlos. And now I'd like to invite Seb Wilson to join us up here on stage. Come on up, Seb. Welcome, Seb, and congratulations to you as well on making the squad.
Thanks.
Now, you're down for the sport of basketball, and look, I've played against you. You've run rings around me, although to be honest, that's not that difficult, let's be true. But you've done really well at basketball. How long have you been playing for?
About 4 years now. Started in intermediate.
Intermediate. And what position do you play?
Well, I play anywhere really, wherever my team needs me to play, but mainly small forward.
Mainly small forward, awesome. And what do you love about basketball?
It's quite a fast game. It's very entertaining. Like, there's never really a dull moment on the court. Always in the action. So yeah.
Great stuff. And you were on the program last year. Any particular highlights that stood out for you last year?
Yeah, probably the mental skills that really helped me with my game off the court. So like preparing mentally as well, physically, and yeah, helped me with my free throw shooting too at the line.
Good stuff. Free throw shooting, I think I'm at about 30%, so what would you be, slightly higher than that?
Ooh, not much.
Not much,
Maybe
okay.
60.
It is harder for us taller guys though, absolutely. Yeah. Seb, where do you hope to go with your basketball?
Well, the ultimate goal would be a scholarship to the States, whether it be D1, 2 or 3. Wouldn't mind, just to get over there and experience the game and how different it is would be really good.
Oh, well, good on you. Look, we wish you all the best for that, and I'm sure that will come to fruition. Any other final comments? Anyone you want to give any thanks to or supporters out there?
Thanks to my parents for the rights of training and my coaches. Yeah.
Great stuff. All right, Seb, well, I'll give you your induction certificate as well. Congratulations. Kia ora, Seb. I'd like to now welcome to the stage Angus Blair. Angus, please come on up. Welcome, Angus, and also congratulations to you as well.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're in for swimming.
Yes.
And I believe you've got even a meet later on.
Yes, tonight and tomorrow morning and afternoon as well.
Wow, that sounds pretty intensive, but I think that kind of goes with the sport of swimming. A lot of training involved, a lot of competitions.
Yeah, a lot of training and a lot of meets here, there and everywhere, yeah.
Yep. So how long have you been swimming for?
I've been swimming since I was 5 and competitively swimming since I was 7 or 8, yes.
That's really impressive.
Yeah,
yeah. Any particular strokes that are your favourite or your key discipline?
I used to be a backstroker, but I've slowly moved to a bit of longer distance fly and longer distance freestyle or middle distance freestyle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And any tips for me when I dive into the pool? I often sort of scrape my stomach along the floor. How do I avoid that? How do I get my diving right?
Aim forward, I guess, and up, not down. Okay. Jump a little bit more.
Jump a little, and that's probably what I've been doing wrong. I've just been plopping straight in.
Dropping straight in.
Angus, with the swimming, now with the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program, this is your first year?
First year, yeah.
First year with the program. So you might not fully know what you're in for, but anything you're looking forward to, anything you're hoping to get out of the program?
Definitely the mental skills. My mental skills aren't the best when it comes to being put into pressure and stuff like that before a race. So yeah, hoping to get a bit out of that towards my racing, my competitions.
Absolutely. I think we all know what it's like to be under pressure and especially when you're doing high performance sport, how that comes to the fore. So look, just want to wish you all the best for this year. Once again, like I've done with the other athletes who have come up here, is there anyone you want to send a message to? Any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Just my coaches and my parents, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Hey, well, look, congratulations, Angus. Here's your induction certificate. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, here in the studio tonight, we have Oscar Smith for Surf Lifesaving. Please come on up, Oscar. Welcome, Oscar, and congratulations as well on making the squad. Surf Lifesaving. You know, that's a bit of a sport. We're a powerhouse for it here in Te Tairāwhiti. So what age did you get into surf lifesaving, or how did you get into it?
I probably got into it at about 12, and that was just from my mates at school, sort of getting me into it. And ever since then, sort of just been hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll ask the $1 million question, which club are you with out of the clubs here? So I know there's always a bit of competition.
Waikanai.
Waikanai. And you've always been with Waikanai?
I used to be a nipper, like when I was really young, at Midway, but since I've got back into it, yeah, Waikanai.
That'll create a scandal now that you've said you've swapped clubs since you were a nipper, but that's okay. We might edit that part out.
Yeah.
Surf lifesaving, what does it take to be a good surf lifesaver?
Bit of knowledge in the water. Oh, I don't need that because I just do the sprints and beach flags, but definitely the competitive side to it. You just need to know a lot about the sport and just be passionate and train your hardest.
Fantastic. And this is also your first year in the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program?
Yeah.
So what would you like to get out of it at the end of the year?
Just experience and nutritional knowledge, like what I'm supposed to be eating on the day and the night before of a competition. Yeah.
Great stuff. And look, I'm sure you will get that information. I'm sure it'll be a productive year for you. All the best. Let's hope that there are more events this year and we don't have as many cancellations. So before I hand over your certificate, is there any other messages you'd like to give, any supporters you'd like to thank as well?
Just my family and my coaches.
Good stuff. Hey, thank you very much, Oscar. Congratulations and welcome to the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends. So congratulations to all of our Tairāwhiti Rising Legends squad members for 2022. Let's take the opportunity to show them all our appreciation. We now move along to our Code Awards. Our Code Awards offer a chance for individual sporting codes to celebrate an outstanding member of their sport and to allow a wider section of our sporting community to get the recognition that they so richly deserve. This year, a number of codes put forward a recipient who matched one of the following categories: Emerging Athlete, Backbone of the Club, or Super Coach. In presenting tonight's Code Awards, we will present one category at a time. Now, I actually get to take a bit of a break from presenting for a while, which I'm pretty sure our audience will be quite pleased about, and I'm going to invite to the stage two exciting and dynamic presenters to give out the Code Awards. It gives me great pleasure to invite Kylie Turawhenua-Tapsell, General Manager at Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti and also Chair of the Gisborne Basketball Association, along with Debbie Hutchings, our Event Lead at Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti, CrossFit Extraordinaire, and she's actually written me a huge list of superlatives that I'm supposed to read out, but Deb, we just don't have time to get it through tonight. We've got to keep the show within 6 hours. So, Debbie, I'm cutting it short. Please welcome Kylie Turawhenua-Tapsell, Debbie Hutchings, to do the honour for the Code Awards section.
He tika me mihi kia koe e te manutaki a Stefan, no te timatanga, no te mutunga o tēnei kaupapa, whakahirahira tēnā koe. Kia koutou mai e tautoko ana I te kaupapa, ko whakanuia I ngā tohu kairangi, hakinakina tēnā koutou. Huge mihi to our studio audience that's in here today to support our athletes as we celebrate the amazing achievements of our Code Awards tonight, and it gives me great pleasure to be able to introduce you to these. The first code category we'll be celebrating tonight is for emerging athletes. This category serves to recognise athletes across a range of sports who are showing great determination and promise, whether at an individual or team level. Our first code is Athletes with Disabilities, sponsored by Parafed. And tonight we'll be recognising Gisborne Halberg Games Team 2021. The Halberg Games 2021 team won the Spirit of the Games Award this year at the Halberg Games. The team consisted of the following members: Tama Wirepa, Lizzie Terrell, Oren Tibble, and Raymond Braybrook. The Team Spirit Award recognises that Gisborne competitors have displayed positivity, were encouraging, motivating, showed kindness, resilience, hard work, and a winning attitude with great charisma. I'd like to welcome up Oren Tibble to take the award on their behalf.
Congratulations,
Oren, would you like to take off your mask and say anything to your supporters?
Thank you everyone for the supported. So I'd like to say thank you to Amy, Nanny, Karen, and to everyone for the by me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Oren. Awesome.
Our next code this evening is basketball, which surprisingly enough has been sponsored by Gisborne Basketball Association. And the emerging athlete for basketball is Tairāwhiti Brown. Tairāwhiti debuted at representative level basketball as an under-13 in 2013, but has been part of the GBA whānau long before that. Coming from such a sporting whānau, it was inevitable that Tairāwhiti would apply himself at a high level to a sport. was just waiting to see which one spoke to his heart. It was basketball. In 2020, after attending the National Secondary School competition for Gisborne Boys High School, Tairāwhiti sought opportunities to play when locally we could not put together a team for his age group. As a result, he played for Hawke's Bay at both the Regional Under-19s A-grade competition and the Basketball New Zealand National Under-19s A-grade competition. Locally, the team, Tairāwhiti's co-captain, green up with a 2020 Club Ball second place winner, which progressed into the 2021 Under-19 B-grade National Māori Basketball winners for Turanganuia-Kiwa Poitukuhu. Tairāwhiti is viewed by Gisborne Basketball Association as an emerging athlete, not only for his achievements to date, but more importantly, his high level of work ethic and determination. Tai always does the basics really well, and that's only because he's put in the time and commitment to be the best he can be. We can't wait to see what he does with his basketball talent next.
Our final emerging athlete for tonight comes from the world of surf life saving, and our sponsor is the Eastland Port. The emerging athlete for surf life saving is Sophie Petro. Sophie is an exceptional young lady with a bright future ahead of her in the sport of surf lifesaving. Her dedication to training has already seen her start to grow into one of New Zealand's potential future stars of the sport. Her bubbly personality and attitude toward the sport is infectious with her club of Midway. During her first year as a senior competitor, she achieved some amazing results, with the season only to be cut short due to COVID. Over the last 12 months, Sophie has continued to grow as an athlete and has continued to improve in the sport to the point where she's a now real contender within her age group. Congratulations, Sophie.
Congratulations to all of the recipients of the Emerging Athletes category. We now move into the next category for the Code Awards, which is Backbone of the Club. These recipients are long-standing volunteers, stalwarts and icons that ensure sport can keep happening here in Te Tairāwhiti. Mountain biking is the first code for this category, and it is proudly sponsored by Bikies. Tonight, mountain biking wants to recognise Steffel Gordon. Steffel is unwaveringly dedicated to the code by way of years as secretary to the Gisborne Mountain Bike Club. Steffel is an active committee member on other regional trusts which promote mountain biking as a code in our Te Tairāwhiti region as a mountain biking destination. Steffel has had huge input into trail development in the region to make trails accessible for all ages. Other highlights include promotion of the code to the younger generation and pushing for involvement and inclusion of young girls into the code by way of starting a riding club for girls. Steffel is absolutely 150% behind the code and its development, and thankfully she shows no sign of giving up anytime soon. Well done, Steffel.
The next code under the backbone of the club is football, which is proudly sponsored by Central Football. Tonight's recipient for football is Diego Pedrioli. Diego has been a stalwart for Wainui Sports Club for several years, most recently serving as president. Deeply committed to all the teams at Wainui, Diego has often been found on the sidelines of every game, whether it be as a player, supporter, or even stepping in as an official. A true clubman, Diego has served as chairman and secretary and is often the go-to person for all administration issues, especially during the past COVID year, making sure everybody is safe while playing football. The Gisborne Football Club community is proud to see Diego nominated for this award. Great stuff, Diego.
Next up is a code that is very dear to me, netball, which has been sponsored tonight for tonight's awards by Turanga Araro. Tonight for netball, we are recognising Ingrid Brown. And for many of us, we know Ingrid as Pingy. She is a strong backbone within the YMP Netball Club, which is one of the largest clubs in our region. She has a successful record as a Premier team coach, and YMP won the 2020 Premier competition. Ingrid coordinates YMP Intermediate Netball and coaches their Tahi Years 7 and 8 team. YMP has a strong youth development focus and has been one of our dominant junior clubs in recent years. Awesome work, Ingrid.
Kia ora tātou katoa. Firstly, to GNC that nominated me this evening. Really humbled to receive this award. Netball is a great passion of mine, just like Debbie's. Been around those netball courts for plenty of years, but it's just not one person that makes a strong club. There's a number of people behind our club to make our club strong, development, and I'd just like to acknowledge those people too. And the founders of YMP Netball Club. But lastly, thank you to the sponsors for this evening. Kia ora koutou.
Kia ora. Thank you. Next up, we head to a sport that always makes a splash, swimming. Kindly sponsored tonight by Narellan Pools. The backbone of the club for swimming is Rebecca Kinsella. Rebecca has been involved in swimming since she was a young competitive swimmer herself. As a young adult, she got involved in swimming with squads to stay fit and active. Rebecca has 3 children who all thrive on swimming. She's at every meet, supporting not only her own children, but swimmers from all clubs in the Hawke's Bay Tairāwhiti district. Rebecca is a Comet Swimming Club secretary and a board member. She volunteers hours of her time to help govern the club. Rebecca is an inspector of turns, a judge of stroke marshal, as well as a team manager. These are all vital roles in swimming, and competitions cannot run without them. Rebecca is a yes wahine, a problem solver, and will do what she can for the sport and those involved. She is approachable and an absolute pleasure to work with. Swimming is extremely lucky to have her involvement, and we thank her for her years of dedication and hard work. Kia ora, Rebecca.
I just want to say a big thank you to Dean and Kieran at Narellan Pools as the sponsors. You guys are awesome and really supportive of all of our swimming activities. Also, my club, Comet, we're a big whānau at Comet, and I'm here today, but I wouldn't be here without the rest of the crew, so thank you.
Next up, we have one of our traditional summer codes and a game that requires a lot of perseverance, cricket, who are proudly sponsored by Recreational Services. Our final community member is to be recognised tonight as backbone of the club and is Ryan Mustrovich. Ryan was nominated as he flies under the radar as far as a volunteer work for Poverty Bay Cricket Association. Ryan is a long-serving board member, count was lost after 12 years, guaranteed to turn up each Friday evening and Saturday morning to assist with junior cricket. Always the first to put his hand up to help out if something urgent and or unusual crops up in the cricket world of Poverty Bay. Congratulations to Ryan and all the other recipients recognised as backbones of their club as part of this year's Code Awards.
So now we go into the final category for our Code Awards, that of Super Coach. The Super Coach category was created to celebrate all grassroots coaches who go above and beyond for athletes at any level. There are super coaches right across our sporting sector. And to all of you, we can't thank you enough for what you give to the sport. Our first Super Coach code is that of Judo, kindly sponsored by the great team at D Nature. And the recipient of tonight's first Super Coach award is Jason King. Jason King is a senior coach at Gisborne Judo Club. His passion for judo is infectious, rubbing off on all judoka, that's the judo students, and resulting in strong membership. He's coached many judoka in their black belt, some of which have reached and medalled at world and Commonwealth level. As a result, the Gisborne Judo Club also has several black belts coaching at our youngest levels, which is not common for other clubs. Jason is currently the national coach and also invited annually to run grassroots camps hosted by Wellington Judo area. He's been doing judo since he was 4 years old, began coaching his own students at age 16 and took over the Gisborne Club as head coach from his dad Dave King when he retired. He was the youngest New Zealander to receive their 6th Dan black belt, and irrespective of his national commitments and his seniority in NZ Judo, Jason dedicates 4 nights a week to coaching at all levels of judo. Jason has created an open door culture at the club, welcoming all interested people to give judo a go, regardless of background, age or ability. Well done, Jason.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd just like to just thank the sponsor of this category, which is D-Nature. That's John and Belinda Mackay, a great couple. And I'd just like to thank those who maybe got the category together with Super Coach. I believe there's a lot of coaches out there that probably fall into that category. That's where like grassroots stuff is. It all starts, and it's like anything I've always learned is you slowly step up the ladder and you get higher and higher. But yeah, I've achieved a lot of things in my coaching career, but there's still a lot of things I still want to, it's not over yet. So no, but thanks so much for the award, and it's great. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jason.
Our second code in this section is Wakaama, who are proudly sponsored by Self Storage Gisborne. I'm pleased to announce that Wakaama is recognising 2 amazing super coaches tonight, and those super coaches are Gabby Wainuhu and Rangi Rihanna Williams. Both of these outstanding women have been Open Women, Under 16 and Under 19 New Zealand and World Championship paddlers in both singles and teams events. They combined as a coaching duo 3 seasons ago with 2 midget girls teams, 5 to 9-year-olds, and enjoyed immediate success with 2 golds and a silver medal at their first Nationals in 2020, as well as collecting medals again at last year's Nationals in 2021. Gabby and Rangi represent a new generation of coaches, and their club hope that they will continue to coach alongside their paddling aspirations. Ka mau te wehi.
Brilliant. So our next code is for surfing. ThinkSafe has sponsored this award, and tonight we'd like to recognise the super coach of surfing as George Busby. George has gone above and beyond during our last season and has coached 50 sessions. He was involved in Rippers Learn to Surf, Rippers 2.0, developing Groms, surfing for farmers, adaptive surfing, and also played an integral role at the many noho that were held up the coast. Well done, George. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank everyone, the sponsors, ThinkSafe, and also just everyone that's a part of the club. It's about everyone getting down there and sharing the stoke, and the more that people do that, the more that we can do that. Also like to say a big thanks to Flo, the head of board riders. It's been a massive help and a big mentor to me, so yeah, thank you to everyone.
Thanks, George.
And our final Super Coach recipient under our Code Awards is for the sport of hockey, who have been sponsored tonight by Hain Farming Company. Our Super Coach for hockey tonight is Pare Turea. Pare has supported hockey for many decades, and it is his love of the game that has made him a super coach at Poverty Bay Hockey. Pare has coached for more decades than most of his players would ever know. His knowledge of the game is second to none, with a youthful presence and a big personality and a massive amount of aroha. You will always see Pare down at the turf, organising, managing and laughing, making him a legend of the game in Tairāwhiti. Following in the footsteps of his mother, none other than Dee Tairāwhiti, also a fantastic hockey player and coach in her own right, Pare coaches from 5 years to 55 years of age. We wish to thank Pare for his contribution to hockey, and may it continue for many more decades to come.
So that brings us to the end of our Code Awards section. Thank you, Kylie and Debbie, for announcing our winners. And I just want to say what an amazing selection of individuals who have made such a significant contribution to their club or code. So how about we put our hands together one last time to acknowledge all of our great athletes and contributors in our Code Awards section. We now move on to our Trophy Awards section. And I want to take a moment to congratulate all of our athletes and officials who have been selected as finalists for the Bronwyn K Agency Sporting Excellence Awards. To be a finalist is a remarkable achievement, and we are all very proud of your endeavours. Our first trophy award for tonight is the Coates Associates Official of the Year. Now this award is open to any administrator, referee or umpire who has made a significant contribution to a sport. And let's be honest, our referees and umpires don't always get the love that they deserve. That's my nice way of saying basically they can cop a fair bit of abuse. Yet we need to remember that sport can't be played without these vital positions, and they are absolutely worthy of recognition. So the finalists in this category are Amber Church for umpiring services to hockey that has been conducted at an international level for both the women's and men's leagues. And our second finalist for the Coates Official Award is Ethan Ngārangione Pearson for umpiring services to basketball. This includes refereeing for national basketball tournaments and the 2021 Basketball Pacific Mao Young Invitational Tournament. This award is being sponsored by Coates Associates, who are dedicated to providing their clients with professional, efficient and friendly service. Now unfortunately we couldn't have Royce Maynard here tonight from Coates to announce the winner. He's also a phenomenal referee, by the way, so he's probably out there right now refereeing a rugby game under torchlight or something like that. But instead, I would like to invite to the stage Tamira Nelson from Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti to represent Coates Associates. Welcome, Tamira.
Thanks, Stefan. Kia ora whānau. I'm here tonight not only as part of the Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti whānau, but also to represent our ever loyal and local sponsor and friends of mine, Coates Associates. The team at Coates Associates has sponsored the Official of the Year award since its inception. The team there take great pride in the quality of the work that they provide for our local community, so it's only fitting that they would align with such an award. Ngā mihi atu, Robin and Mitchell at Coates, for your continued support. Our local officials, they're dedicated, they're selfless sports people. As Stefan mentioned, they go through a lot, they quite often put up with a lot, and it often goes unseen. To all the officials out there, and especially our nominees for the evening, we appreciate you, you are valued, and tonight we celebrate your contribution to your code. Let's see who the winner is. And it is the beautiful Amber Church. Can I start? I'm the first one to do this, so let's hope that I get it right, eh? Kia ora everyone. Firstly, thank you to Coates Associates for your long-standing support of this award. I've been fortunate enough to receive it a couple of times and to have your continued support for this award and recognise the effort and the work that officials put in is really appreciated. I get that you understand how much time and effort it puts in.
I agree, sometimes it is thankless, but we all do it because we are passionate about the sport that we choose. We don't do it for the accolades, but we do it because we're passionate about what we do, so thank you. Ethan, I'm so pleased that you've found a sport that you're passionate about and that you're willing to give back and to put into a sport. And let me reassure you that the effort that you put in and the time that you give it, it gives back to you over and over again for years to come. So at any stage, reach out, I'm here to help, and I'm willing to support you. Different codes, but we can definitely offer each other a lot, and expect me to tap you on the shoulder every now and then as well, and I'll be expecting the same from you. To the hockey community and my extended hockey family, thank you so much for all the support and that you give me. It's hard to put into my sport everything that I do and to know that I compromise at times the time that I could be giving to you. In particular, my hockey team, I play for Paike Women, and every year when it gets to our crunch time of the season, I take off to a different country and they hold the fort. So I really appreciate that you guys understand how passionate I am about what I do. To Glen Udall, the staff, the board, and the students past and present at Gisborne Intermediate, really appreciate that you guys support me, that you show appreciation, that you're some of my biggest fans, so thank you for that. And I guess finally to my family, to Craig, you guys are absolutely my biggest fans. You support me through the tough times, the great times, and you celebrate all of my achievements, but also the highs and the lows as well. So thank you for that, and I really appreciate everything that you do for me.
A massive congratulations to Amber for her win there, very well deserved. The next category we're going to celebrate is for the BDO coach. Now we all know that a good coach is critical in the successful development of athletes, and coaching requires great dedication and sacrifice. So this award is open to any coaches that have made a significant contribution at either a grassroots or high performance level. The finalists in this category are Stephen Sheldrake for triathlon. Stephen has coached athletes who have placed first at the 2019 World Triathlon Mixed Relay Series and first place at the 2019 World Under-23 Mixed Relay Championship. Our second finalist is Emily Willock for kayaking. Emily's squads have placed first at the 2021 New Zealand Canoe Sprint Championships and been the top overall junior club at the 2021 New Zealand Canoe Sprint Championships. And our last finalist for the BDO coaches, Luke Jenkins for rowing. Luke's squads have placed first at the Boys Under-18 Single Sculls at the 2021 National Secondary School Championship and second in the Open Men's Club Coxless Pair at the 2021 New Zealand Rowing National Championship. Now the Coach Award is being presented by BDO, a proud, locally owned, operated and chartered accounting and advisory firm who have been supporting the needs of our Tairāwhiti and East Coast business community for over 100 years. And I would like to invite Janine Swan, a vital member of the BDO team, and also I think one of my wife's whanaunga. Yes, that's right, and you've got a wedding coming up soon, Janine, I believe?
Yes.
Have I been invited? Have I made the invite list?
Maybe not after midnight.
Oh, geez, okay, burnt my bridges there. But I'd like to invite Janine Swan, vital member of the BDO team, to present tonight's award. Over to you, Janine.
Kia ora. Tēnā koutou katoa, talofa lava malo elele. Ko Janine Swan aho, ko BDO Gisborne tōku wahi o te mahi. Good evening, everyone. Unfortunately, my esteemed colleague Michael Callaghan is unable to be here tonight, but it is with great pleasure on behalf of the Callaghan whānau and BDO Gisborne to be able to present the Wayne Callaghan Memorial Trophy for the Coach Award. With a bit of change in format in this year due to COVID-19, quite rightly so, Mike's father would have said, "Cowboys don't cry. You just need to roll with the punches when faced with adversity. The show must go on." A quick thanks to Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti for everything you do for our sporting community, especially in these challenging times. Congratulations to all nominees across different categories. What an amazing effort by all who have been nominated. Lastly, a very special mention to the nominees in the coaches category. Coaching is a very important part of sport and one of the main drivers for any sports person's success. Your hard work, dedication and achievements are recognised and acknowledged tonight. The winner of the 2019 to 2021 Coach Award is Stephen Sheldrake for triathlon.
Well, I thought I'd wind back the clock and be like only young people and put all my notes on my phone tonight, so I stuffed this up first effort at it. But tēnā koutou katoa, ko Stephen toku ingoa. Thank you to Sport Gisborne. It would have been easy to postpone these awards given that the world we're living at the moment, but well done for a new initiative and moving forward with this virtual way of doing it. But yeah, thank you to you. Thank you alongside the naming sponsor of tonight's awards, the Bronwyn Agency, for organising these awards in these tricky times that we're living with. A big thank you to Janine. You look a bit nervous before the start, but you got through that very well. And the team at BDO for once again sponsoring the coaches category, which I'm honoured to be winning this year. Well done to all the winners of the various categories here tonight. I specifically like to mention Luke Jenkins and Emily Willick, who were the finalists in these coaches category. A big shout out to the Eastland Triathlon and Multisport Club for nominating me. And a lot of thank yous, but a big one has to go to my family. My wife Ashley, who happens to be here tonight. She's looking a bit nervous because she's up soon to do a speech. Our children, Lewis and Lucy, without their support, I wouldn't be gallivanting around the world at different times for weeks overseas, doing the job that I have a lot of passion for. As we all know, the life over the last few years has been a roller coaster, navigating our way through life. Sport for most of us in this room is our escape from the real world that we're living at the moment. So, you know, I'm passionate about all forms of sport, and coaching is one thing I spend a lot of time doing. For me, a highlight last year, I was lucky enough to attend my second Olympics in Tokyo. More of a highlight because I got to do it with an athlete that I've been coaching for the last 10 years in Tairāwhiti. Is an experience that has made us even more hungry for the next couple of years before we're leading into Paris in 2024. Hopefully we're living in a world that's a little bit COVID-free at that stage. But thank you very much. Keep up the amazing work that you're all doing and helping Tairāwhiti shine on the world stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Very well spoken words, and thank you, Janine, for that as well. So we're making it along with our awards now. Can I just check that the studio audiences enjoying themselves? Oh, that's better. Fantastic. Good to hear. So we've just celebrated some great individual accomplishments, and we're now switching to a team award, the Enterprise Motor Group Sports Team Award. So teamwork, we know it isn't easy. It requires commitment, compromise, and the ability for members to support each other's diverse strengths. So, the finalists in this category are Kairahi Toa Premier Women for Waka Ama. Now this team qualified for the 2020 World Va'a Sprints, and they placed first in multiple Premier Women races at the 2020 and 2021 Te Wānanga o Aotearoa National Sprint Championships at Lake Karapiro. And our second finalist is the Waikanai Under-23 IRB team for surf lifesaving. This team came first place in multiple races at the 2021 BP Surf Rescue New Zealand Championships and 2021 BP North Island Championship. And our third finalist for the Sports Team Award is Surf City Squash C-Grade Ladies. This mighty squash team placed first at the New Zealand National Team Finals. Our sponsor for this award, Enterprise Motor Group, has New Zealand's best selection of quality used cars and automobile finance for Kiwi families. I would like to call upon Stephen Shields from Enterprise Motor Group to announce tonight's sports team winner. Stephen.
Thank you, Stefan. I'm proud to be here this evening representing Enterprise Motor Group. This award is connected to our business in many ways. Teamwork is which makes any business successful, and at Enterprise we have an amazing team. amazing team who train hard, work hard to deliver exceptional service right throughout our business, whether it be through sales, finance, parts or service. We have a range of products through our range with Nissan, Isuzu, LDV, Hyundai and Holden, to name a few. It's not easy to become a great team. It takes hard work, commitment, good communication, goal setting to succeed. And all of this comes with a sacrifice. And for that, I congratulate tonight's finalists and a special congratulations to this evening's category winner. So for tonight, the winner of the Sports Team of the Year is Tairāwhiti Toa Premier Women's Waka Armour.
Fantastic, well done. Now, unfortunately, the Tairāwhiti Toa Premier Women's team couldn't be here tonight, but we've got a video we'd like to play on their behalf.
Kia ora koutou. My name's Kiwi Campbell and I am a team member as well as the team coach of Tairāwhiti Toa. On behalf of our crew, we'd really like to acknowledge Sport Gisborne and the mahi that goes on behind the scenes to make these awards happen, especially in this current climate. We'd also like to acknowledge BK Agency for your backing and support, as well as Enterprise Motor Group for your support of this specific category of Sports Team of the Year. We'd like to acknowledge the awesome efforts of the Under-23 Waikanai IRB crew, as well as the Surf City Squash ladies and the massive mahi that's gone on behind the scenes for you guys. So well done on your awesome efforts. We'd just really like to acknowledge Horota's major sponsor, which is Gisborne Self Storage. Thank you guys for your ongoing financial support. It's much appreciated. Our team would just like to thank the team and behind the team. We'd just like to acknowledge Walton and the committee for all your ongoing support. To all our whānau and friends and partners that put up with us day in, day out. As you all know, you're all athletes. It becomes, you start to get a bit self-centred. So, yeah, thank you to our whānau. We're just really, we're actually getting prepared for the World Champs happening in London. And unfortunately we can't be there tonight because we're in a New Zealand training camp mixed with some positive COVID cases, so as is life today. So we just want to say a huge thank you once again for acknowledging us in this category. We're very honoured and we hope you guys have a massive night. Kia ora.
Thank you, Stephen, and congratulations once again to the Tairāwhiti Toa Premier Women. Very well-deserved win. So we're sticking with team sport, but this next award is the EIT Tairāwhiti Junior Sport Team Award for the 2019-2021 period. Now, earlier we talked about the benefits of participating in a team sport, but for our junior teams, there's also the added benefit of developing a range of important skills that will support them in all aspects of life. So the finalists in this category are Oscar Ruston and Sasha Dewanka for rowing. This junior team's accomplishments include second place at the 2021 National Secondary Schools Championship and being selected for the 2021 World Rowing Under-19 Championships in Plovdiv, Bulgaria. Our second finalist is the Waikanai Under-19 IRB team for surf lifesaving. Some of their highlights include first place in the Under-19 Mass Rescue, Single Rescue and Assembly Rescue in the BP IRB National Championships in 2021 and top Under-19 overall team at BP IRB National Championships in 2021 as well. And our last finalist for the junior sports team is the Poverty Bay Kayaking Club Under-18 Women's Kayak Team. Their great achievements include second place in the Under-18 Women's event at the 2021 New Zealand Canoe Sprint Championships and first place in the Open Women's event at the 2021 New Zealand Marathon Championships. Our sponsor for this award is EIT Tairāwhiti, a fantastic tertiary institute that has benefited so many in our community. EIT offers you the experience you need and the support to succeed. It's pretty catchy actually, I kind of like that. On behalf of EIT, please welcome Ashley Sheldrake to announce the Junior Sports Team winner.
Thank you, Stefan. I was actually third choice tonight to come and present with the EIT, so yeah. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Ashley tuku ingoa. I'm the lecturer at EIT for the sports and exercise programs, and I'm here tonight on behalf of our organisation who are proud to be sponsoring the Junior Team Award. EIT prides itself on supporting all forms of sport, and we understand sport provides our younger generation with the opportunity to not only stay fit and healthy, but to also experience teamwork and life skills. It's important to continue encouraging our juniors into sport because we never know, they might be the ones that actually step up here and accept an award in the future. We'd like to congratulate all of the nominees and the winners tonight's awards, including my husband as well. Well done for Coach of the Year. And so without further ado, the award for junior team goes to Oscar Rustin and Sasha Duanka. Congratulations.
Kia ora everyone. Sadly, Oscar and Sasha couldn't make it tonight. Oscar's down starting university after a quite busy week at, 2 weeks of, he just finished Nationals rowing champs and then had to quickly, and that was down south, and then had to quickly shoot back up for the New Zealand under 23 and under 21 trials up in the North Island, and then now is back down to Otago to try and now jump back into the student life. And for Sasha, sadly he's gone back over to France to sort of continue his education and to also to focus more on his rowing. So they both send their apologies for not being here. I was hoping that Sasha may have made a video that may have been accepted to come here, but sadly we've missed that through some technical issues. So Sasha, you're off the hook. But just very quickly, I'd just like to say thank you to EIT Tairāwhiti. As you were saying before, I did my apprenticeship for building for you guys.
Oh wow!
And so here I am now. So yeah, it's very good. So even though I don't win the award, but the whole it's just like this. This is a community thing, and so from one of your old students, we thank you.
Thank you.
But for Sasha and Oscar, they would just like to do a huge shout out to everyone, to Sport Gisborne. You guys have always supported them. They thank you guys so much for that. To Jeff and Andrea, Oscar, he wouldn't have been who he is without you guys, paying the bills, paying all that, so feeding him. To Sasha, Sasha's been he's been involved with the Gisborne Rowing Club for about 4 years. He was meant to come over here for 6 months as an international student, and we were able to hold on to him for 4 years. And he had quite a few what would you call them? Quite a few. Family, foster, not foster parents, but caregivers. So he's had quite a few caregivers, and he just wants to put a huge shout out to anyone who's put a roof over his head and who's fed him along the way, because angry, hungry teenager who just wants to eat and eat and eat can be pretty tiring. And to the Waikanae IOB team and to the women's kayaking team, they just want to say, keep grinding. You guys are doing amazing out there. So yeah, thank you. Kia ora.
So congratulations, well done to Oscar and Sasha, but I also want to thank Ashley there for her words, and I think if you were wanting a substitute speaker to come in, you couldn't have asked much better than Luke there. Thank you very much, Luke, for that. That was, hopefully you'll be accepting a few other awards on behalf of people later in the evening. Right, our next trophy award for the evening is our Junior Sportsman Award, and this year we here at Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti are sponsoring this category. The Junior Sportsman Award is open to any male under the age of 19 who has excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports. The finalists for the Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti Junior Sportsman are Seth McKay for Speedway. Some of Seth's accomplishments include first place at the New Zealand Production Saloon Grand Prix, winner of the Production Saloon Driver of the Year at the New Zealand Speedway Awards, and first place at the Hawke's Bay Production Saloon Champs. Our second finalist is Oscar Ruston in rowing. Highlights for Oscar include first place in the Boys Under 18 Single Sculls at the 2021 National Secondary Schools Championships, second place in the Boys Under 18 Double Sculls with Sasha Devanka at the 2021 National Secondary School Championship, and second place in the Men's Senior Coxless 4 with Sasha Devanka again, Alex Hyland and James Brott at the 2021 New Zealand Rowing Championships. And our last finalist in this category for Junior Sportsman is Jack Kepper for surf lifesaving and swimming. Some of Jack's accomplishments include Golden Ironman, surf race, board rescue and Taplin at the New Zealand Surf Lifesaving Nationals in 2020. Jack was selected in the 2020 Junior Blackfins Under-19 World Champs squad and received gold in the 50-metre breaststroke, 100-metre breaststroke, 200-metre breaststroke and at the 2020 New Zealand Short Course Swim Champs. Given our organisation is sponsoring this award, it gives me great pleasure to invite back, actually great pleasure is probably pushing it a little bit, I might be overselling it. It gives me pleasure to invite back Debbie Hutching, our events lead. Debbie Hutchings.
Okay, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Junior Sportsman Award. As you can see, those three finalists certainly well deserved as they forge their pathway to achieve their sporting goals. So the winner of the 2021 Junior Sportsman of the Year is Jack Kepper for swimming and surf lifesaving.
I'd just like to accept this award for Jack on his behalf. He's away at university, and I'd also like to thank Bronwyn K Agency for supporting the awards and continuing to recognise great sports people in Tairāwhiti, and to Sports Gisborne Tairāwhiti for putting on a great event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Debbie, and thank you, Sonia, for coming and accepting the award on behalf of Jack. And we've also got a video that we will now play from our winner, Jack Kepper.
Kia ora everyone. It is a huge honour and privilege to be receiving the Junior Sportsman Award at the 2019 to 2021 Bronwyn K Agency Sporting Excellence Awards for Tairāwhiti. Over the years, I have learnt that sport is a tough nut, and it is vital that I keep myself surrounded by people that inspire me and make me a better person. So I'd like to use this opportunity to thank a few special people. First and foremost, my parents, Sonia and Cody, and also my coaches who have put in so much time and effort that has enabled my success. Gary and Matt Martin and Enterprise Swimming Club, Dion Williams and Wainui Surf Lifesaving Club, Tutarangi Nepe Apatu, my S&C coach, and Corey Hutchings and the Waikanae Surf Lifesaving Club. It is a surreal feeling to see the men who have won this award before me and are still blokes that I admire to this day, such as Michael Pickett, Matt Scott, Taylor Reid and many more. I hope to carry this momentum on and inspire the next generation of young Gizzy athletes. Thank you.
So congratulations to Jack Kepper there for his extremely well-deserved win. We now have the excitement of the Gisborne Herald Junior Sportswoman Award. This award is open to any female under the age of 19 who has excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports. And the finalists for the Gisborne Herald Junior Sportswoman Award are Kelsey Tenity for her performance in rugby and hockey. Kelsey's accomplishments include Her team winning at the New Zealand Māori Hockey Heritage Tournament and the Super Rugby Women's historic match, the Blues versus the Chiefs. And Kelsey was also named the Poverty Bay Māori Women's Rugby Player of the Year 2019. Our second junior sportswoman finalist is Brianna Irving for surf lifesaving. Some of Brianna's accomplishments include first place in the Under-19 beach sprint, Under-19 beach flags and Under-19 beach relay at the Surf Lifesaving New Zealand National Champs in 2020. Brianna also received fourth place in the 100 metres at the 2020 New Zealand Athletic Nationals and second place in the 200 metres at the 2020 New Zealand Secondary Schools Athletic Championships. And our last finalist for the Gisborne Herald Sports Award is Sydney Andrews for judo. Sydney's highlights include first place in the women's 70 kg plus at the 2019 Hong Kong Asian Cadets Cup, second place in the junior women's 78 kg at the 2019 Macau Asian Junior Cup, and first place in the cadet women's 70 kg plus at the 2019 Oceania World Cup. Fantastic finalists there. Now I'm sure we're all familiar with the sponsor for this award, the Gisborne Herald. The Gisborne Herald does a sensational job of supporting and reporting on sporting excellence in our district. I honestly can't think of any newspaper around the country that even comes close to capturing the amount of sports news that we get from our great local publication. So it gives me a lot of pleasure to welcome from the Gisborne Herald, Teresa Kalanova, to present this award. Welcome, Teresa.
Good evening, everyone. I would just like to say a few words on behalf of the Gisborne Herald. We feel very honoured to be able to support these amazing awards and to be supporting local sportsmen. And as was said, sport is a huge part of our business. And I'm pretty sure all these people have been in our newspaper numerous of times. So again, thank you, and thank to all the sponsors that we can hold this event. So the junior sportswoman of this year is Kelsey Taniti.
Thanks for that. Apologies to start with, because I think Kelsey thought it might be from EIT. So if it says that, we apologise and we'll try. And on her video, I think she sent through to fix it. Sorry. So Kelsey's not here, and we're really proud of her. So we're accepting this on behalf. I'm accepting on behalf of the family and Kelsey. And yeah, the finalists are awesome, and everyone from Tairāwhiti that does sport pushes above their weight because they've got to get out and do a lot and a lot more. So we're really proud of everyone that does great things out of Tairāwhiti, and thank you, Bronwyn, for your awesome support, continued for Sport Awards. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Congratulations to Kelsey, and we do have a video from Kelsey, which we will now play.
Kia ora koutou, I hope you all are having an amazing night so far. Unfortunately, due to me being in Fiji with the New Zealand Black Ferns, I'm unable to be there to receive my award in person, but I think my mum and dad will receive it on my behalf. I just want to say I'm truly honoured and privileged to be receiving the Junior Sportswoman of the Year award, and I want to thank and acknowledge EIT for sponsoring this award. To my fellow nominees, my cousin Sydney Andrews and my friend Brianna Irving, I just want to say I'm very proud of you guys, and you are amazing sportswomen and mana wahine who are just as deserving to receive this award. I just want to say a big thank you to many people who have helped me on my journey this far. So my GMC Hockey Club, Poverty Bay Hockey, Poverty Bay Rugby, Trish Hina, Charlene Nathan, my Hamilton Old Boys Rugby Ladies, Waikato Rugby Union, David Mays, Richard Wilson, Amber Dental, Norman Wise, and to all my fellow players and friends and real supporters from my schools, thank you guys so much. Most of all, a big love to my mum and dad and my brother Jacob, who continue to support me and guide me on my journey. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you guys, so thank you, and I love you so much. And thank you to Bronwyn K for sponsoring the Tairāwhiti Sporting Excellence Awards. Thank you once again, everyone, and to the rest of you who are receiving awards tonight, the best of luck. Tēnā koutou katoa.
First of all, thank you, Louise, for coming up and accepting that award on behalf of Kelsey. And what wonderful words from Kelsey there in the video. Congratulations, Kelsey, very well deserved. And look, you're doing my job for me because EIT is one of our sponsors, so you've gone and thanked them, so that's brilliant. And I'm sure, even though you're over in Fiji, you'll have an online subscription to the Gisborne Herald, so you'll have that covered. So great stuff. We're moving along, and the next trophy award is the Graham and Dobson Chartered Accountants Award for Services to Sport. Now, the Services to Sport Award is open to anyone who has dedicated more than 20 years of service to a club or sporting organisation. 20 years. So I have huge admiration for our recipients here. I mean, 20 years ago, I was just starting primary school. Now, this is not an award where we announce finalists and then the overall winner. Tonight, we will honour 2 recipients for their services to sport. So Graham and Dobson Chartered Accountants have sponsored this award. Graham and Dobson are accountants and business advisors with a vision for the future and a history that stretches over 110 years here in Te Tairāwhiti. I'd like to now hand over to Richard Stannard, our partner with Graham and Dobson, to announce the names of our 2 recipients, but we'll do it one at a time. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Stefan. Tēnā koutou katoa. First of all, I just want to congratulate all the other finalists that have been had their awards tonight, and all the ones that are still to come, and all the clubs. Wainui done a great job in their achievements over the years, and special thanks tonight also to the Sport Gisborne and Tairāwhiti people for putting on this award in pretty trying times, and finally we get it off to a start tonight, which is great. Now for the Services to Sport Award. So Services to Sport is, as Stefan said, 20 years minimum sort of time frame there. So the people that have got this have been nominated and receiving awards today have done a huge amount of work in the community for their sporting codes. So just congratulate them. They've dedicated significant time to their sport, and that's a fantastic thing that the whole community has benefited from. You're going to announce the...
I think you can announce the first recipient, and then I'll say a few words about them.
Right, yeah. So Graham and Dobson's really pleased to support the Sporting Excellence Awards, and obviously sporting in general. We do a lot of work for sporting organisations in our business, and hopefully you know, the community gets the benefit from some of that. So the first recipient is Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee. Kevin has had 45 years of involvement with the Gisborne Badminton Club. His roles include president, club captain and treasurer. He's had 14 years with Poverty Bay and East Coast Badminton Association, and those roles included selector, committee member, Gisborne Club delegate to the association and coach. He's a life member of the Gisborne Badminton Club. He was made that life member in 2021. Congratulations, Kevin.
Firstly, I would like to thank the Gisborne Badminton Club and Eastern Badminton for my nomination. It is a great honour. Sport has played a major part in my life, not only playing, but as a supporter and also watching sport on TV. I have participated in many sports: athletics, rugby, cricket, swimming, tennis, badminton and indoor bowls. I started playing badminton 49 years ago at the Wesley Methodist Church Hall, and 4 years later joined the Gisborne Badminton Club with my mate Noel Pearce. I was elected onto the club committee in 1979 and have also been president, club captain, treasurer and my involvement with the club continues today. Recently, I had the honour of being made a life member of the club and joined the likes of the late John Chamberlain and the late Ken Simpson, who taught me so much over the years. I have been a club delegate to the association and was on the association committee when we fundraised to build the badminton hall. I have been very fortunate to represent Eastland in the 3rd and 4th divisions, Masters, Veterans and Super Vets, and have made many friends over the time. But for me, the highlight of playing badminton was 3 years ago when I played with my mother, who was 90 years old. I'm not sure if I will still be playing at that age. And by the way, she still has a mean backhand. I am honoured to be awarded the Service to Sports Award tonight and would like to thank Sports Gisborne, sponsors and all volunteers who gives up their time to promote their sport. Last but not least, I would like to thank my wife Nolene for her support and encouragement that has enabled me to enjoy all the sports I have over the years. Thank you.
Rightio. Yeah, obviously Kevin's a veteran of the sport. He's played, he's administered, he's done everything in the sport. So, you know, he's a deserving recipient of this award. The next recipient is Mark Hatch-Pearce.
And just a few words about Mark Pearce. Mark has had 30 plus years of involvement with football as a coach, board member, club manager, bar manager and equipment manager. He won 3 league titles in a row as coach and he's ensured the longevity and stability of the Gisborne Thistle AFC.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you all here tonight. No speech organised myself, I'm pretty much off the cuff. Firstly, I would like to thank Richard from Graham and Dobson for sponsoring the Services to Sport Award. The fact that he's one of my neighbours means nothing, as the fact that I won or co-winner, so I appreciate that. And of course Bronwyn K for the major overall sponsors. And Kevin, congratulate you as well. And also, funnily enough, Kevin's mother used to be our next door neighbour, so I know his mother quite well. Yeah, I was shocked, I suppose, to find out I had been nominated by the Gisborne Thistle Football Club. But then when I actually thought about it, I thought, bugger it, yeah, I do deserve some sort of fun. Yeah, well, hey, you know, you put a shitload of work into this sort of sport, and I've been involved in sport since I was a little wee toddler, left school, went to work for Guy and Dunsmore for Ian Dunsmore for about 18 years. I learnt a lot from Ian. Played a lot of sport like Kevin, been introduced, whatever sport was there, I used to play it, but my main focus was on the football. Joined Gisborne Thistle in about 1979. As a player, first of all, got badly injured a few years afterwards, so put that aside. And moved away from the club, met my wife, Megan over there, had 2 lovely daughters, and then got coerced back into the club about 15 years ago. Back on the committee straight away, and then I found myself being bar manager, club manager. As well, what goes with that, I ended up being psychiatrist, marriage guidance counsellor, childminder, and so on. But hey, when I think about it, football's been a great sport. The Gisborne Thistle Football Club is a brilliant club to be part of, which I'm still there obviously now and looking forward to another season. But yeah, most importantly, my wife, a big thank you to Megan. My own business in the marine business, she doesn't see a lot of me during the summer. Come winter, where I move into football, it's probably even less. So it's, yeah, it's all voluntary, as most of you are here in your sports, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So I'll just congratulate you all, and thanks again for the nomination, and it's an honour to be part of the winner with Kevin, so thank you again.
Congratulations again to Kevin and Mark, and really neat to hear from your talk, a little bit of insight into that commitment you've both shown over the years. And Mark, I loved your quote there about a shipload of hard work that you've put into the sport, so really good stuff. Thank you also to Richard from Graham and Dobson for coming up and saying your kind words, and I'm really pleased that we passed our last audit with you at Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti, so sense of relief there. So that wraps up our Trophy Awards section. Once again, a massive congratulations to all of our finalists. You've all achieved remarkable results, and well done to our winners. We've reached that point of the evening where we announce the winners of our special awards, and there are 5 separate awards up for grabs in this category. And these awards recognise individuals, organisations or events that have had a significant impact on our communities here in Te Tairāwhiti. Our first special award is Craig's Investment Partners Volunteer Award. Now this one was a little bit different. This is where we asked our community for feedback on who is the most deserving volunteer via an online campaign. And this year we had 2 outstanding frontrunners for the Volunteer Award, so both are going to be recognised for their amazing services to community sport. Our sponsor for this award, Craig's Investment Partners, is one of New Zealand's leading investment advisory firms, and investing is their speciality. Tonight we are delighted to be joined by Chris Slater from Craig's Investment Partners here in Gisborne. So Chris, please come to the stage to announce the winners.
So tonight for the Grassroots Volunteer Award, there are 2 winners, and the first winner is Corey Reedy, Waiapu Rugby Club, JOB Rugby.
Some of Corey's great volunteer activities include initiating, leading and implementing many kaupapa that have supported the health and well-being of rangatukia and tiki-tiki. Corey has made sure as well that people who live outside of that area feel included and welcomed. Corey leads humbly because often people don't realise that she's behind the scenes, moving and shaking and bringing the best into her community and her Waiapu club. Congratulations to Corey.
And the second Grassroots Volunteer Award goes to Crystal Kemp for netball.
Kia ora koutou, ko Ngāi Tāmanuhiri te iwi, ko Crystal Kempahau. I'm feeling honoured and humbled to be standing here to receive my award. Thank you Alyssa Hall for nominating me. Not too sure if it was just a 2-horse race, but I'm feeling humbled just the same. So I'm going to accept this award and gaslight our volunteers, because without our volunteers it would be such a struggle to do what we do in sport. So thank you Sport Gizzy and the panel as well, and for this amazing evening and the opportunity. So ngā mihi and have a good night and stay safe whānau.
Thank you. Corey and Crystal, ngā mihi nui kōrua, thank you for your fantastic services to our community here in Tairāwhiti, and thank you to everyone who took their time to get their nominations in. Crystal, there were actually a lot of nominations for a lot of people, so it was definitely not a 2-horse race, but we had 2 horses who just got over that finish line first, so well done to you both. Next up is our Pack and Save Community Impact Award. The Community Impact Award recognises a project that has had a significant impact on sport and or recreation. The finalists in this category are Gisborne board riders for their Coast Noho. The success of the Coast Noho was the exchange of learnings which deepened and enriched relationships between the Gisborne board riders coaches and the communities that received the surfing events. These programs connected with over 700 participants. The success of these programs and the desire to keep the momentum going have resulted in a commitment to maintain all of these initiatives, and in addition, there's planning to further develop an annual program up the coast consisting of 15 supported surf sessions, investment in surfboards and wetsuits, and training of coaches. Our next finalist for the Community Impact Award is Character Roofing Gisborne Search and Rescue Squad. Their purpose is to prevent loss of life and harm on and in our waters and beaches and rescue those who are injured, missing or lost. Their vision? That everyone gets home safe. They received 2 nominations for the current Rescue of the Year at the local Gisborne Awards of Excellence, and in 2021 won the Gisborne Rescue of the Year Award. Our sponsor for this award is Pack and Save, the grizzy grocer providing the goods to grow our stickmen into winners. And just personally, I also think that Pack and Save is the centre of the Gisborne universe. I know I can't scientifically prove it, but where else can you bump into 6 of your whānau members and 12 work colleagues even before getting out of the fruit section? And then you're always gutted that you win in your onesie and Ugg boots. Unfortunately, we can't be joined by one of the great team from Pack and Save tonight, but we've come up with a pretty good substitute. One of our own team members. She's slightly nervous, but we have the smelling salts ready. Please welcome Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti Communications Advisor, Tracy Harkis.
Thank you, Stephen, I think. I'm very excited to be here presenting this award. We've got 2 really strong finalists that have both had a massive influence and present in Te Tairāwhiti. So the winner of the Pack and Save Community Impact Award is the Gisborne Board Riders Club.
Kia ora tātou. I'm deeply honoured and grateful to be accepting this Community Impact Award on behalf of the Gisborne Board Riders Club. We couldn't have done this without Flo Bubb, our Regional Development Officer, our committee members, and of course our amazing volunteers and coaches who, through their passion and dedication, have helped us to deliver these events up the coast. We all believe in the mission of sharing the Stoke and the beneficial aspects of surfing on mental health and well-being. We want to extend in a special mention to our surfing whānau who've joined us on this journey. In addition to our efforts up the coast, we've engaged with Parafed Tairāwhiti, Surfing for Farmers, women's surfing events, rippers, Ngāti Porou board riders, and of course our local champions who help the kids learn to surf at Tokomaru, Wharikaika, and Waipiro Bay. I'd also like to extend a large thank you and gratitude to our funders, NZCT, ECCT, to Manawa Fund and Sunrise Foundation. To our platinum sponsor Bailey's, Racekrag Motors, Gisborne Rentals, Seaskin Wetsuits, and all our local surf shops, we'd also like to acknowledge everyone who has sponsored, donated, helped, and volunteered to support us in the delivery of these events. We are so proud to be acknowledged by Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti for our commitment to delivering diverse events that bring people together and have such a positive impact on our community. We look forward to continuing Share the Stoke for many years to come. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Gisborne Bull Riders for that award, very well deserved indeed. Now the next award for this evening is the Tūranga Health Event Excellence Award, and this is awarded to a sport or recreation event that has displayed best practice. So what do we mean by best practice? We mean an event that has had a huge impact within the community, an event that has shown innovation, overcome barriers, and worked really well in partnership with others. So the finalists for the Tūranga Health Event Excellence Award are the Gisborne Harriers for their Run Gisborne Trail Run series. This event saw a change in event style along with opening entries to casual participants, which massively increased participation levels. And the majority of the events throughout the season were in locations that are not accessible by public access. Our second finalist is the Ngāti Porou East Coast Rugby Union Centenary Celebrations, a 2-day event celebration of the evolution of Ngāti Porou rugby. Had 1,000 attendees participating and including 300 registered for the reunion, and the event captured the diversity of Ngāti Porou rugby. And our last finalist for the Tūranga Health Event Excellence Award is Poverty Bay Rugby Union for their junior club finals in Heartland game versus Ngāti Porou East Coast. Now this was played under Level 2 regulations. The Poverty Bay rugby community was able to safely provide an opportunity for around 1,000 junior rugby players and 80 senior representative players to play in front of whānau and supporters in their controlled bubbles. So 3 really deserving finalists there. The trail run series was amazing. It's also quite exciting to see the 2 rugby heavyweights go up against each other for this one. Our sponsor for this award is Tairāwhiti Health, an iwi health provider that I think we can all agree has done an amazing job at protecting our community against the COVID pandemic. Tairāwhiti Health, take a bow, you have our gratitude. Unfortunately, we don't have someone here from Tairāwhiti Health tonight to give the award, so I would like to welcome instead back to the stage Kaili Turawhenua Tapsell, General Manager with Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti.
Kia ora, Stefan, and yes, definitely very proud to be able to represent this award on behalf of Tairāwhiti Health. Tairāwhiti Health are huge supporters of sport, active recreation, tākaro Māori in our community, so having them sponsor this award is just really fitting. And for our 3 nominees, let's find out who the winner is. So the Tairāwhiti Health Event Excellence Awards goes to Ngāti Porou Rugby Football Union.
Bloomfield doing this. Kia ora koutou. Nā mihi nui kia koutou I tēnei rā, nā mihi nui ki te kaupapa o tēnei rā. Ngā rangatira, me ngā kai awhi, me ngā kai mahi, me ngā kai tautoko o tēnei kaupapa, nā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. Yeah, there's really quite honoured to be able to accept on behalf of Ngāti Porou East Coast Rugby but 3 people who really steered us through not only all the COVID and everything else up there and our celebrations with the 100 years. First of all, there was our former chairman, Campbell Dews, who did a tremendous amount of work with New Zealand Rugby. Our former CEO, Kusla Tangaire Emmanuel, whose work getting us through the last 10 years to our 100th celebration. And last, but certainly not least, one of our board members who was basically the Lone Ranger in organising the whole event, Leanne Morris. And I'm here today quite honoured and privileged, really. And I guess brings me back to a word that Ngāti Porou East Coast people, we're famous for taking a saying and trying to use just one word because we're lazy speakers. And rather than say it's an honour and a privilege to be here to accept this on behalf of them, it's an honour to be here to accept this. So thank you to everybody. Kia ora.
Kia ora Val, and thank you for your acknowledgements there and for talking to us about what was, a truly fantastic event and a well-deserved winner. Now this next special award is always extremely competitive, and the calibre of nominations that we received this year was nothing short of phenomenal. The River Oak Muse Limited Club Award considers the success of its members on the sporting stage, as well as other critical elements such as improvements made to the club and the club's overall operation. So the finalists in this category are Harauta Wakahoi for Wakaama, and some of the club's successes include club members supporting local causes and initiatives such as Cancer for Life, Waiwahine and Youth Aid Intervention, and also being the top New Zealand club at the Club Champions at the 2021 National Wakaama Sprint Championships. Our second finalist is the Wainui Surf Lifesaving Club for Surf Lifesaving. Their highlights include receiving 32 national championship medals for senior athletes in the 2019-2020 season, making improvements to club facilities, such as including a wheelchair ramp for upstairs access, and the planting of 200 additional native grasses for the sustainability of the sand dunes. They also appointed a communications manager, which has greatly improved the communications in the club and seen the membership double. And our final entrant is the Gisborne Board Riders Club for Surfing. Their accomplishments include receiving the 2021 National Best Club in New Zealand trophy from Surfing New Zealand, and their great collaborative initiatives such as Surfing for Farmers, Surf for Life, and their Coast Noho programs. Our sponsor, River Oak Mews Limited, has been an investor in Gisborne commercial property and East Coast forestry for over a decade. Unfortunately, our sponsor can't be here in person tonight, so presenting the award on their behalf is Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti board member and star player for the Bumbles rugby team, well, that's what he told me, Theo Ackroyd. Kia ora, Theo.
Kia ora koutou, hui mai tēnei pōnga me atu kia koutou katoa. I've got to say, Steph, you're doing a great job. Keep it up, man.
Thanks, Theo.
Yeah, very good. Every sports person needs a whānau, a friend, a coach, and in this case, a club to support them through their achievements and through their what they're doing on the sporting scene. So, in this case, we're celebrating the Club of the Year. So, and as we all know, that a lot of time and effort and a lot of sweat and blood is poured into our athletes by these clubs. So many thanks to all the clubs out there that have supported our athletes, but we're going to celebrate one special club tonight. And special thanks tonight to the sponsor, River Oaks Mews, for this award. He aroha whakatoa, he aroha ka puta mai. In other words, the love that is shown to our athletes by our clubs will be shown in return back to them. So, and in this case, the River Oak Mews Club Award of the Year goes to Wainui Surf Life Saving Club.
Wow, thank you. It's an honour to be up here today to receive this award on behalf of Wainui Surf Lifesaving Club. A special thank you to the award sponsor, River Oak Mews, and Sport Gisborne to enable these awards to happen. Wow, where do I start? I don't have a prepared speech like everybody else, but a couple of massive thank yous to our major club platinum sponsor, Riversun. Riversun have been supporting our club for the last 2 years, or the last many years actually, and are down there on the beach on Sundays doing nippers and stuff, and really have been phenomenal in the support for our club. Also, thank you to Bronwyn K for sponsoring these awards, but also Bronwyn K for who's also one of our club sponsors. It's awesome to have everybody's support. We have been working really hard at Wainui for the last couple of seasons, really trying to improve our club growth, sustainability and capability. And as some of you may know, operating a club, especially sort of a volunteer club, is no easy feat. It takes a lot of volunteer hours and a lot of thankless hours, so it's awesome to be up here today to receive this award. And most importantly, I really want to thank all our club members and local community, because at the heart of it, it's our members that help run our club and our community out at Wainui that help support it and enable us to put the red and yellow flags on the beach every weekend. So thank you very much.
Kia ora.
So massive congratulations there to the Wainui Surf Lifesaving Club on your success, and well done, Belinda. Thank you for the words, the kind words there. I also want to thank Theo, and look, now Theo gave me a compliment. I don't get them very often. It's pretty rare for me to get a compliment, so thank you, Theo. And I'm going to repay the favour. Theo, we actually told him the wrong time to come to the Sports Awards tonight. We rang him up, and he managed to get here within 5 minutes. And I think, hopefully he didn't break any speeding laws, but I think what that tells us is that only in Gisborne can you get to the middle of town in 5 minutes, and it's one of the beautiful things about our community. Have you noticed we're down to one set of traffic lights at the moment? Anyway, we now come to the final accolade as part of our special awards section, and this is a very special presentation indeed, Because at this event each year, we take the opportunity to induct a member of our sporting fraternity to our Tairāwhiti Sporting Hall of Fame. One of the highest achievements in local sport, the Martins Event and Party Hire Tairāwhiti Rising Legends of Sport recognises and acknowledges outstanding achievements and performances by an athlete, coach or administrator at a national and or international level. To define this level of success, inductees will have demonstrated a proven ability at the highest level over a considerable period of time. This year, we are very pleased to announce that 2 people will be inducted as Legends of Sport. To announce our 2021 Legends of Sport, I would like to call to the stage Kelly McDonald, Managing Director for Martins Event and Party Hire.
It's a pleasure to be here tonight to present the 2022 Legends of Sports Awards to 2 individuals who have dedicated their lives to sport in our region and also featured on the national and international stage. Born and raised in Tairāwhiti, Raipoia Brightwell learned to paddle an outrigger canoe from a very early age. This was a recreational activity and everyone could paddle a fishing canoe. She did not start paddling competitively until 1989. In 1985, she was part of the land support team for the Hawaii Nui voyage, where her husband Matahi and father Francis Cowan sailed from the Society Islands to Aotearoa. The success of this voyage set the scene to introduce wakaama to New Zealand. She settled in New Zealand with her husband and together laid the foundations for the sport to grow and develop. In 1987, the national organisation was formed, known as Tātou Hoi o Aotearoa, where Raipoia was the first secretary. She was also instrumental in supporting her husband to form the Maraukura Canoe Club, the first of New Zealand's wakaama clubs. The first national wakaama regatta was held in New Zealand in 1990 with 43 teams from 17 clubs racing at Lake Karapiro. The distance raced at this event were the 3,000 metres and 500 metres. In 2021, over 3,500 paddlers from 65 clubs participated in the national championships, contesting multiple events. Raipoia has amassed multiple national titles in both single and team events across multiple age groups. She's attended every national championships event since 1990. Her national success has been emulated with world champion success, where she's accumulated multiple world titles in every age group category between 1990 and 2018. Over her 30 years involved with her club, she has continued to coach and inspire hundreds of young paddlers to develop their skills and watch many go on to achieve their own national championships and world championship successes. In addition to coaching young paddlers with her club, she's been instrumental in running local primary and intermediate school regattas. And any opportunity to share her knowledge and experience with youth is embraced with true passion and commitment. In 2019, Raipoia was inducted into the Wakaama Hall of Fame in recognition of her leadership as a coach, administrator, driver of the sport and successful paddler. She is respected by all, locally, nationally and internationally, for her contribution to the sport and is considered a true legend of wakaama. Her greatest supporter is her husband Matahi, who has inspired her from the very beginning. Unfortunately, Raipoia is not able to be with us this evening.
But let's take a moment to give a round of applause for Raipoia Brightwell. Do you need to take a breath now, Kelly, after that long one? It was almost like reading War and Peace, wasn't it? A lot of detail in there, heaps of content, but all right, if you're happy to carry on with the second inductee, back over to you.
Okay, and now I'd like to introduce the second inductee for 2022. Born in Gisborne on the 24th of May 1949, Terry Sheldrake commenced his working life on local farms from the age of 16. Taking up a number of business opportunities in insurance and investment during his mid-20s, he developed his professional and leadership skills. However, his real passion was in sport and the sport of triathlon. In 1983, as one of 4 founding members of the Eastland Triathlon Club, the sport was introduced to Gisborne. His vision of providing events that were affordable to the community offered a unique experience across multiple formats and attracted participation from across New Zealand, saw the sport become an iconic part of Gisborne and the New Zealand sporting landscape. In 1984, he was part of the formation of the New Zealand Triathlon Association, contributing to the writing of the rules for triathlon in New Zealand. Having such a passion for sport, he was the integral driver in the establishment of the Eastland Sports Foundation and Education Trust in New Gisborne, now known as Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti. As the founding CEO of the Regional Sports Trust, he led the organisation from 1991 through to 2002 and ensured that the Gisborne region had access and equal opportunity to sport and recreation initiatives from the Hillary Commission, comparative to other regions in New Zealand. Together with his wife Kathy, they were integral in the development and delivery of one of the largest participation events in New Zealand, the Weet-Bix Kids Triathlon Series. He was the race director for over 150 events, including events in Fiji, Papua New Guinea and Rarotonga. The event now attracts over 38,000 participants between the ages of 7 and 15 years. Throughout his career, Terry has directed over 385 various triathlon, duathlon and multi-sport events. He can be credited with directing World Cup and Continental Cup events held in New Plymouth between 2005 and 2009, and then again from 2014 to 2016. Between the years 2000 and 2020, he has held multiple positions at World Championships, Commonwealth Games and Olympic Games events. He was the race director for the 2003 and 2012 World Championships held in New Zealand. Over a period of 20 years, Terry represented Tri New Zealand as a passionate and committed administrator. He was a vice president of the Tri New Zealand 1994 to 95 and president from 1996 to 2000. International appointments followed as the ITU Oceania Regional Delegate from 2000 to 2008, and then gaining further appointment to the ITU Executive Board in 2008, and held this position through to 2020. In recognition of his outstanding service to the sport, Terry was made a life member of Triathlon New Zealand in 2009, and in 2015 received the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to triathlon. At the 2021 New Zealand Sport and Recreation Awards, he was presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award. On behalf of Terry, we have his son, Stephen, here tonight. I'd like to welcome you up, Stephen, to accept the award on behalf of your father.
Thank you. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Stephen tuku inua. As Kelly said, I'm Terry's son, and it's a real privilege and honour to be here tonight to collect this award on his behalf. As you heard, as you haven't heard actually, Terry and Kathy recently moved to up the coast to Whanarua about a month ago, so they're living life up there and fishing each day and enjoying life a little bit later in their lives. But yeah, unfortunately couldn't be here this evening. I'll keep this brief, as I think we're going to hear from Terry after this in the video. But a big thanks to Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti and their board for recognising the old man for the many years of service he's given to triathlon. I'm a bit biased, I'm going to say it's well deserved, as I've seen the thousands of hours that he's put into the sport of triathlon from its inception in New Zealand in the 1980s to where it is now. Thank you very much to Kelly from Martin's Event and Party Hire, alongside all the other supporting sponsors. As we all know, without their support, these occasions do not happen. As all of us in this room tonight, sport is a real passion and it's been a major part of his life. Triathlon is a sport Terry has loved and loved being a part of it. I'm sure he never started out being a volunteer or an administrator to receive such awards, but I'm sure he's sitting home in Whanarua feeling very proud to receive this prestigious award. As you have seen in the pictures and heard, Terry is the original Stefan. As the founding CEO of the Regional Sports Trust, which started back here in 1991 in a very, very small office alongside Bruce Moore in Childers Road. So it's very cool to see 31 years later that the Trust is still in a very healthy position. Congratulations to you all, other category finalists and winners tonight, in particular Rāpoia Brightwell for your Lifetime Award. All the best for 2022. Kia ora.
thank you. It's a real honour to accept this award. Certainly come out of the blue after long involvement with triathlon. I want to thank the people whoever's nominated me, but most of all I think this sport and sport in general it's a fantastic leveller and a great way to pull people together through events, and in particular when I think of the beginnings of small kids with the likes of the Weet-Bix Kids Triathlons, the confidence it often gives. It's given a lot of kids that would never have had the opportunity to try such an individual sport. But when I think back on my own journey, you know, growing up, living my life within Gisborne, ending up on the World International Triathlon Union board, what a journey, and a lot of people have contributed and supported me in this overall journey, so massive thank you to them. At the end of the day, I think sport is all about the athletes. It's about the athlete experience, and if the athletes are having a great time enjoying their recreation and you're providing it, I think what an amazing way to spend a life. And I want to also thank Kathy, my wife, and my family for their support. Some crazy times, a long journey, but what a wonderful accolade to be given, especially from the people of Gisborne in recognising my contribution. So thank you very much.
Yeah, so look, just well done again to our two new legends of sport, Terry Sheldrake and Raipoia Brightwell. Thank you also, Stephen, for coming in tonight and accepting the award on behalf of your father. And thank you, Kelly. I think next year, if we have a new category about marathon reading, you are sure to take it out. That was amazing. Notice how Kelly spoke far more than me and we didn't have to do any retakes, edits. Perfect, you nailed it. So thank you very much, Kelly, and Martin's Party and Event Hire. But pretty exciting to finish our sporting awards at this point by doing our Legends of Sport. So that brings us to the end of our special awards. It was a real nail-biter of a journey, a bit of a roller coaster ride, but I just want to congratulate all our finalists again. You've done incredibly well just to become a finalist, and a massive well done to all of our winners. All right, what a fantastic night we've had so far. It's been an absolute privilege to congratulate so many great champions already, and now we're moving to the climax of our event, the Elite Awards. Our online audience won't be able to tell, but the atmosphere here in our studio is electric at the moment. I can literally hear a fizzing sound. Oh no, wait a minute, that's just a bit of champagne being consumed in the back row. Okay, you guys are banned from next year. But the excitement is huge because there are just 4 awards left to give out, and these awards recognise individuals who have absolutely excelled when it comes to sporting performance. Our first of the Elite Awards is the Gisborne District Council Sportswoman of the Year. This award is open to any female who has excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports during our qualifying period. And our finalists for this prestigious award are Tairāwhiti for surfing. Some of Safi's highlights include first place in the Junior Women's at the VIC Pro Junior International QS 2019. This event helped her to qualify for the ISA World Juniors at Huntington Beach. 6th place in the Under-18 Girls at the ISA World Junior Surfing Championships in 2019. Safi was the highest ranked New Zealand junior woman from this event. And 1st place in the Open Women's at the Surfing New Zealand Nationals in 2021. Some great achievements from Tairāwhiti there. Our second finalist is Acacia Williams for Waka Ama. Some of Acacia's highlights include being selected for the 2020 World Va'a International Sprint Championship, 1st place in Premier Women, W1 500 metres, W6 500 metres, W6 1500 metres, and W12 500 metres at the 2021 Te Wānanga o Aotearoa National Sprint Championships in Lake Karapiro. And also, 1st place in Premier Women, W1 500 metres, W6 500 metres, W6 1500 metres and W12 500 metres at the 2020 Te Wānanga o Aotearoa National Sprint Championships in Lake Karapiro. And our last finalist for the Gisborne District Council Sportswoman Award is Alicia Hoskin for kayaking. Alicia's achievements include 9th place in the Open Women K2 500 metre at the 2019 World Champs, 3rd place in the Open Women at the 2020 Oceania Champs, and 1st in the K1 200 and K1 500 at the 2019 Blue Lakes Open Women. The Gisborne District Council has kindly sponsored this award, so I'm delighted to welcome to the stage someone we will all know, predominantly from his tireless work as our Deputy Mayor, although if we were to have an award for dance, this man would be a shoo-in. I've seen his many smooth moves on his TikTok videos. Please welcome to the stage our Deputy Mayor, Josh Wharihinga.
Thank you very much, Stefan. It humbles me actually, as a person that's surrounded by really strong women inside of the Gisborne District Council, the likes of our CE Nadine Thatcher-Swan and our Mayor, Riette Stoltz, to actually stand here and present this award on behalf of the Gisborne District Council. As a dad of many daughters who have played sports for all of their lives, it honours me as well that I get to present this award on behalf of Sports Gisborne Tairāwhiti. You know, there are a lot of dads out there that spend a lot of time ferrying their children around to, and particularly their daughters, around to places like netball, which I'm very familiar with, places like soccer, which I'm also very familiar with. I too have daughters that have excelled in sports like wakama, sports like rugby. So it absolutely is very humbling for me to actually be able to stand here and present this award on behalf of the Gisborne District Council. The winner for the award is thank you very much to my lovely assistant, Alicia Hoskin.
I am thrilled on behalf of Alicia to accept this award. Thank you, Josh, and thank you to the Gisborne District Council for the support, acknowledgement and celebration of success of our wahine sportswomen in Tairāwhiti. And also thank you to Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti and the Tairāwhiti Rising Legends program for the support of those athletes who do aspire to compete on the world stage. And just finally, a huge thank you to all of the schools, the local clubs, the parents, the teachers, the volunteers who provide opportunities for our kids to try different things, sports and activities, because if it wasn't for Te Wharo School and Poverty Bay Kayak Club, Alicia would not have realised how much she loves the sport of kayaking. So ngā mihi nui. Thank you.
Awesome, Josh. Thank you, Tony, for accepting that award on behalf of your daughter Alicia, and now we'll play a video from the winner herself.
Kia ora everyone. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to Sport Gisborne for finding a way to celebrate sporting excellence in our Gizzy community, even if it means we can't all be together. I've experienced firsthand the array of challenges that have faced our sporting community and our nation over the last couple of years. So I want to congratulate every athlete, coach and official who have put in so much extra time and energy and shown so much passion and commitment to keeping sporting experiences alive in New Zealand, while also prioritising the health of all the participants. I really appreciate you. I would also like to thank my coaches, Gordon and Jasper, the High Performance Sport New Zealand support staff, and my teammates who have done everything in their power to make sure we had an Olympic campaign that was really safe, extremely special, and that represented New Zealand to the best of our ability. Finally, I'd like to thank my family. You've shown so much unconditional love in a year that has seen me in my best and my worst state. And thanks again for this award. It's a real honour, and I can't wait to keep continuing to represent Gizzy and New Zealand on the world stage. Hope you all stay safe.
What a wonderful winner. Congratulations, Alicia Hoskin, Sportswoman Award winner. We go from one prestigious award now straight into another. Our second elite award is the Bronwyn K Agency Sportsman Award. This award is open to any male who has excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports. This year we have 2 exceptional finalists for this significant award, and those finalists are George Bridge for rugby. George's accomplishments include 3rd place at the Rugby World Cup, 1st place for the 2020 and 2021 Super Rugby Aotearoa competition, and he's been a member of the 2021 All Blacks squad. Congratulations, George. Our last finalist for the Bronwyn K Agency Sportsman Award is Taylor Reid for triathlon. Some of Taylor's highlights include 1st place in the under-23 mixed relay team at the 2019 ITU World Triathlon Grand Final, 1st place in the elite mixed relay at the 2019 ITU World Triathlon, and 3rd place in the elite men at the 2021 Oceania Triathlon Championships and Cup in Port Douglas. So to announce the winner of this award, it gives me great pleasure to invite to the stage Rod Sheridan from Bronwyn K Agency, our lead sponsor for tonight's event. Welcome, Rod.
Well, kia ora mai tātou. How magnificent it is here that we are to be able to celebrate this award. You know, it gives Bronwyn and me great pleasure to actually sponsor this award and to be part of Sports Tairāwhiti. You know, it's a great asset to have people of such great quality in our communities out there doing great things. And at Bronwyn K Agency, we're in your community. We're your type of people selling real estate. And we are here to celebrate Gisborne's elite people. So it gives me great pleasure to announce this tonight. Sorry, wrong envelope. 2 envelopes. The Bronwyn K Agency Sportsman of the Award goes to Taylor Reid for triathlon.
I'd like to start off by saying a huge thank you to Bronwyn K and Sport Gisborne and Tairāwhiti for putting on these awards. We're so lucky in Gisborne. We seem to produce an insane amount of great athletes for such a small community, and I love following from the juniors and upwards. It's just great to see so many different codes that we are punching at the highest level of these sports. Secondly, I'd like to say a huge congratulations to George. He's an awesome athlete, and I'm watching him on TV every time, so it's pretty surreal that I've beaten him, but it's comparing apples and oranges, I guess. We're very different athletes, but I hope he has a great season coming up, and definitely proud to watch him. For me, next year is going to be a big year. Looking forward to working towards the Commonwealth Games. Last year was my biggest year, competing in the Olympic Games, which was a childhood dream for me. But not much time to look back, as we've got more goals to tick off, and looking forward to representing Gizzy with a lot of pride. But it doesn't happen alone. I'd like to thank a lot of the people who support me in the background, starting with my coach, Stephen Sheldrake, who works tirelessly to try and make me a better athlete, my family, for all their unconditional love and support, and getting up in the middle of the night to watch me race all over the world. And also my sponsors, Allenberry Motors and Suzuki New Zealand, Poltron Composites, Essex New Zealand, and Royals New Zealand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Rod, for your words, and congratulations again to Taylor Reid. Well done, and you said there that you want to make Gizzy proud, but I think it's fair to say we're very proud of you as it is. So well done, Taylor Reid. Right, we're down to the final 2 awards. Our penultimate award is the New Zealand Community Trust Master Sportsperson. Now, this award is open to any male or female over 30 years of age, so I'll make a little note to myself that in 5 years I can apply. Any athlete over 30 years of age who's excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports. Our finalists for the Masters Sportsperson Award are Vesna Radonic in Waka Ama. Vesna's achievements include first place in the Open Women's at the 2021 Sydney Harbour 20 kilometre Challenge, first place in the Open Women's 2021 Sydney Harbour OC1 Challenge, and first place in the Master Women W1 at the 2021 New Zealand Long Distance National Championships. And our last finalist in the New Zealand Community Trust Masters Sportsperson Award is Debbie Hutchings for CrossFit. Debbie's highlights include first place in the 40 to 49 Masters Female at the 2020 New Zealand Nationals Individual Finals, first place in the 45 plus RX at the 2020 Fittest Mum, and second place in the 40 to 49 Masters Female at the 2019 New Zealand National Individual Finals. Nice to see a member of the Sport Gisborne Tairāwhiti team make a final tonight. To present this award on behalf of NZCT, I'm very pleased to welcome back to the stage our General Manager, Kylie Turawhenua Tapsum.
Hello, thank you, Stefan. Really pleased to be able to be here tonight on behalf of New Zealand Community Trust, who do provide a lot of support for our sports organisations in the region. So a huge ngā mihi nunui to New Zealand Community Trust. So, our winners. Master Sportsperson of the Year goes to Vesna Radonic for Waka Ama.
Kia ora whānau, and just thank you for the award. I'd like to acknowledge being a finalist with Debbie Hutchings and her sport of CrossFit. She is someone I look up to, so just to be a finalist with her is a huge achievement. I've also taken up the sport of CrossFit myself and have had a few milestones of achievements, but today it's about Waka Ama, and I love the sport, and I guess the great thing about the sport is the inclusiveness of all people. Any age, any gender, any ability, any disability, there are no barriers. So I'd like to thank New Zealand Community Trust for the award. A big thank you to Bronwyn for their continual support for the years for the event. Thank you to Harauta Waka Hoi, to my amazing family partner, to my squad, to everybody that has been a part of my journey in Waka Ama. Without you, I wouldn't be here today. Gisborne Tairāwhiti wasn't actually my home. I've moved here 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I visited this town and this is the place I want to bring my children up. So 10 years on, I have an amazing family and an amazing community. Like Tyler Reid was just saying, we have an amazing calibre of paddlers, amazing calibre of athletes from so many different sports codes. Just listening and hearing all those achievements. It's an honour for me to be able to be a part of this community and what it has to offer. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kylie, and a massive congratulations to Vesna for winning the Masters Sportsperson Award. This is it, the final award of the night. This is the culmination of what has been a great night of celebration, acknowledgement, and representation of the value that sport brings to our region. The Bronwyn Agency Sportsperson of the Year is open to any male or female who has excelled as an individual or as part of a team in one or more sports. And the finalists in this category are Alicia Hoskin for kayaking, Taylor Reid for triathlon, Jack Kepper for surf lifesaving and swimming, Vesna Radonic for Waka Ama, and Kelsey Tenity for rugby and hockey. What an incredible group of athletes. I'd like to call Rod Sheridan back to the stage to present this, the final award in our Sports Awards evening. All the best to our finalists.
Well, Stefan, how lucky are we to have such a great lineup of athletes to actually go for this award tonight? You know, whether one of the things I think we need to celebrate in this great region that we live in is our beautiful beaches, whether it's walking on a beach or actually just going for a walk in the park. Being active in our community is a winner. And anyone that actually is active, you're actually taking part and actually being part of a team of a great region. You know, we need to continue to congratulate everyone that's active in our community in that. But it gives Bronwyn and myself great pleasure to announce this award tonight. And the winner tonight is Tairāwhiti for triathlon.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to Bronwyn K again for sponsoring this award. A lot of my idols growing up as a young Gizzy lad have won this award. So yeah, it's a huge honour for me to also be on this trophy. And like Rob was saying before, we're so lucky to grow up here in Gizzy with our beaches and the quiet roads and just trails to go and explore on. I think it's just a great kind of building place to like nurture athletes, and so yeah, we're very lucky to have that, and yeah, thank you.
Perfect. So there we have it, everyone. Tairāwhiti walks away with the ultimate glory, but it has been an honour to be among such accomplished and talented individuals and teams. And it's been inspiring to witness firsthand the level of sporting talent we have here in Te Tairāwhiti. A huge congratulations to all of our finalists and especially to our winners. Your exploits have made us proud and we wish you all the best with your future endeavours. We will now invite our studio audience to join us for some refreshments and photos. You guys have been great. I think the earlier lubrication certainly helped. But please come and join us for some more refreshments after this. There's time to do your hair in the bathrooms if you want to get ready for the photos. But before we close this off, I'm just going to do a closing karakia. Kia tau, kia tātou katoa, te atawhai o tō tātou araki a ihu karaiti, me te araha o te atua, me te whiwhi ngā tahitanga ki te wairoa tāpu, ake, 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 āmene.